Not asking enough questions about how fast the other car was going is the seventh biggest mistake that we see happening in your patient's personal injury claims. And once again, it's in one of those categories that has to do with maintaining your credibility. Because if the information that you get from your patient is not accurate, and you're basing your opinion on the accuracy of the information, then it's going to undercut your credibility down the line. And not necessarily because you did something wrong, it's that you were relying on incorrect information. When I'm meeting a client for the first time, and they are telling me about how fast the other car was going, I'll often go something like this. How fast was the other car going that hit you? Oh, 30 miles an hour. And I go, did you see the car before the collision happened? No, I didn't. Then I'll say, so how do you know it was going 30 miles an hour? Well, because that's the posted speed limit. Or they'll say, because the impact just felt really hard. And while that is the speed limit, and while it did feel hard, that is not evidence that the car was going 30 miles an hour when it hit my client, your patient. So if a patient says to you when you're first meeting with them, the car was going 30 miles an hour, there are a couple of very simple questions that you need to be asking in follow-up. Not because you're questioning them, but because you need to be protecting your credibility. And when you're protecting your credibility here, you are in fact protecting your patient's claim at the same time. So you just ask them the same questions. Did you see the car before the collision happened? Or did you see the car long enough to be able to figure out how fast it was going? And most of the time, people are going to say, no, I didn't. And they will say, I base it upon how it felt, or I base it upon what the speed limit is. And that's what most people do. So protect your credibility, protect your patient's case by asking a couple of simple follow-up questions about how fast the car that caused the collision was actually going.